All right, hello, welcome to the video. We're going to be playing all three of those daily NBA games that I've been playing, just one day this time. So we're going to play today's Poeltl, then Dribble, and then NBA Guess. But quick, before we get started, I have a special announcement that I'd like to make. That being that I just recorded a podcast episode a few days ago with Isaiah Roby, NBA player, former Cornhusker. So yeah, there's a new podcast episode that I just uploaded that should be out now. I think the video you're watching right now will be out like Wednesday, Tuesday, something like that. Whatever day you're watching this, probably. I'm recording this on Saturday, August 6th. Just for context. So a new podcast episode should be out now. This one is not featuring Isaiah Roby. That will be the next one. But yeah, give this one some love too though. Me and Jacob and Anthony talked a lot about the KD and Jaylen Brown rumors. Honestly, overall, just a really good episode in my opinion. I thought Jacob was really entertaining on it. So go check it out. And then yeah, the next episode with Isaiah Roby, I think will be uploaded probably like 7 a.m. Friday morning. Friday, August, let's do math, 12th, right? Yeah, I think it's the 12th. So be looking out for that too. Share that around. Spread it across the world. Really excited to be releasing that one. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into Poeltl. And just for continuity, I'll guess Isaiah Roby for my first guess on Poeltl. All right, so they have him as jersey number 22, which, spoiler alert, is not going to be his jersey number. He told me one of the rookies had it. Because, this is one of the questions I asked him towards the end. I was doing some quick hitters. Asked him what jersey number he was going to be. He said that one of the rookies this year has 22, which... I'm trying to think. I guess I know that they took Jeremy Sohan and Malachi Branham for sure. Those were both first rounders. I don't know if they got anybody else besides that, to be honest. I'll have to look. But Malachi Branham would make sense. I think he might have wore 22 at Ohio State, or at least something similar. So probably him, to be honest. And then Jordan Wieskamp from Iowa is wearing number 15, which was Roby's number in college. And then he said the Spurs have a lot of good numbers retired, which I assume probably 9 is what he was thinking of, because I know that's what he wore with Dallas. When he first got to the league, he wore number 9. And obviously Tony Parker, his jersey is retired with the Spurs. So, well, maybe not officially right now, but in spirit, it definitely is. And it will be very soon. But yeah, listen to the episode to find out what jersey number he's actually going to be. I'm not going to spoil it. But we got nothing here. So this player has never played for the Spurs. He's in the Eastern Conference, and he is at least 6'11". So he's definitely a center. Age at least 27. Jersey number 19 or below. All right, so Eastern Conference, big guy, older. Let's go Andre Drummond. Okay. Did not know Andre Drummond was on the Bulls. I thought he was probably still on the Nets, was what I was assuming. So that's news to me, which that reminds me. I have an idea. I'm going to go probably for my next video on YouTube that I'll upload. So probably next week sometime. I'm just going to do a screen recording of me going around looking at all the official rosters, or probably like go through Spot Track, look at salary cap tables to see what the official rosters are right now currently, and kind of react to what players are places that I didn't know that they would be there, and also kind of break down how I feel about some of the moves that have been made. Yeah, I thought they would have Andre Drummond as 6'11", to be honest, but I know some places also have him 6'10", so it makes sense. Jersey number, though, between 3 and 19. Age, he's at least 31. Height, he's either 6'11" or 7 foot. And he's in the Central. Okay, not look at that at first. 6'11", 7 foot. He's at least 31. Man, hopefully this isn't a player that I don't know where they are. Players, it's not. Let's think about that. It's not Kelly Olynyk, although it could be. I think they don't have him taller than 6'10". Also, he's not at least 31, I don't think. He's probably more like, he could be. But I thought he was, I would guess Kelly Olynyk to be like 29, 30, something like that. So I guess maybe for Kelly Olynyk, who else? Brook Lopez. I don't know why I haven't thought of Brook Lopez yet. It's probably him, to be honest. Yeah, I'm going to guess Brook Lopez. Yep. All right, that makes a lot of sense. So we got Brook Lopez in 3 on Poeltl. Now we're going to go over to Dribble. I wish all these games just had like the same layout, so I didn't have to like move around my face cam. So this is Dwayne Wade to Gordon Hayward. I feel like this should be really easy. Like, I don't have one off the top of my head, but my brain was like, there are probably so many options there. Whoa. Okay. This might be a little bit harder than I thought. Was Hassan Whiteside ever on the Hornets? I know he's bounced around quite a bit since leaving the Heat. And Kelly Olynyk was not on. I like how we're bringing up Kelly Olynyk twice in one video. But I don't think he was on the Celtics when Hayward first got there. I think he was already in Miami at that point. Was Jay Crowder ever on Utah with Hayward? But no, Jay Crowder was never on Miami with Wade. So that wouldn't work for either, I don't think. For those of you who don't know, if you haven't watched me play this game before, I'm currently, I thought I had 70. But this is saying I have 16 right now. I've played 16 games of this, and I got all of them with one guess. So I guessed a guy that was teammates with both these people. they give you up to 6 chances. So, and yeah, it's not 6 chances to guess a teammate or a guy that's been teammates with both, which is what I thought, I thought the game worked the first time I ever played it. But it's actually, you can use the route of just get a teammate of Dwayne Wade's and then like a teammate of that guy's and then a teammate of that guy's and just try to connect it to Gordon Hayward. So you can use multiple guys to bridge him there, So like I could do Kelly Olynyk to Jaylen Brown. Yeah, they had to have been on the same team together, I think. Man, that's even hard. I'm trying to think of one of those as an example. Wait, Jay Crowder was a teammate of Wade's, but it wasn't. It was in Cleveland. It was the year that Wade was in Cleveland with LeBron, and then when like at the deadline, I'm not sure exactly when Wade got moved, but I know it was midseason. But at the deadline, they traded a bunch of players. Jay Crowder being one of them, and that's the reason Jay Crowder and LeBron like have beef. Or at least Jay Crowder has beef with LeBron. I don't know if LeBron cares about Jay Crowder. But yeah, it's pretty well known that Jay Crowder is not a fan of LeBron James because of how LeBron must have treated him as a teammate. And people assume that it had something to do with LeBron kind of playing GM like he's rumored to do and asking the front office there in Cleveland to ship out certain players like Jay Crowder and some other people for new people. But yeah, anyways, Dwayne Wade to Gordon Hayward. Sorry, to finish my sentence from before, for an example of this, I could do Jay Crowder and Rudy Gobert, and that would get us from Dwayne Wade to Gordon Hayward. Because, yeah, it's a bridge of teammates. Isaiah Thomas, they were teammates. Yeah, they had to have been. I think it was Isaiah Thomas. Oh, okay. I'm going to have to remember which Isaiah is spelled weird and which one isn't. The old Isaiah Thomas is the one that's spelled wrong. Like it's spelled I-S-I-A, like that. That's old Isaiah Thomas. This is young Isaiah Thomas. I-S-A-I-A. Awesome. I wonder if anybody else could think of a one. I feel like there are. I feel like there's several. There's got to be. My brain's just not working. But yeah, comment those down below if you want to. But yeah, so there we go. Now I'm up to 17. I thought I already was at 17, but I don't know how this could be wrong. So 17 one guesses. Well, okay, that's a little cheap because for those of you who watched my first video playing Dribble, I went back to show you guys like the previous 6 that I had played before that. So 6 of these are duplicates, so this should be like 17 minus 6. So it should be 11. It gave me additional points for going back a few days to play the other ones, even though I already had them on the scoreboard. So that, I was confused by that. But now on to NBA Guess. And yeah, for those of you who don't know, this is probably not my least favorite. To be honest, editing the last video, I thought this one was probably one of the most entertaining to watch. But this is definitely the one I'm worst at. So, and I'm wondering if, I never really read the about. Maybe I did. And every time I've been expecting there to be more information about the game. Maybe that's in here. Okay. How to play. Only seasons. Yeah, this would have been great to read. I was very confused. Every day you have to guess which NBA player has been chosen. The only clue that you get is an abstract from his career statistics. Every attempt that is made, more stats will be revealed. Then the team logos will be displayed when there are only 2 attempts left. Okay, so I've never gotten to that point yet, luckily. I don't think I have. I've only played like 2 or 3 of these, but only seasons between 1979 and 2021 are included. If you find a teammate of your player, a basketball will be displayed near his name with all of the years when they played on the same team. The game does not take into account clubs transfers during the season. What does that mean? See, that's why I was confused with the Larry Nance thing. Like, how can they just, I guess it's underlined, maybe just for emphasis. What does this mean? Like, does it mean that it's just who they started the year with? I'm guessing. How else would it work? Or is it whatever team they played the most games with that year or finished the year with? Like it's kind of important to distinguish that, because I was confused with Larry Nance. It was showing a season that, at least I'm pretty sure that was the same year that he started the year with the Lakers. And honestly, it didn't end up being Larry Nance, so it wasn't actually his stats, but I was, he was somebody that I was thinking about. But it was a season that he started on the Lakers and he got traded at like the deadline, so like in February, to the Cavs. So he would have been in different conferences. So which conference will it show for Larry Nance Jr. for his 17-18 year? Like, is it going to show that he was in the West because he started the year in the West? Or is it going to show him in the East because he finished there? I don't know which team he played more games for. Probably the Lakers, since I think he was traded at the deadline. I might be wrong on that. I know he was in the Isaiah Thomas trade. So whenever that happened, whenever Isaiah Thomas got traded to the Lakers. But yeah, I don't know. I find that confusing. I'm just going to go based off of, I think it'll probably show them where they started the year. You have 5 guesses to win the game. Share your results to challenge your friends. Expert. Okay, if you discover the player in less than 3 attempts, you will unlock the expert. By the way, if you are if you are in heat, or what? No, there's no if. What is wrong with me? You're in fire emoji, and you need only 1 attempt. I wish this was done a little bit better. You will have to answer to, okay, or that I could read, that would help too. You will have to answer a question about the player statistics. There are 3 types of questions, so be attentive. Huge respect if you succeed. I've done these. I don't remember there being 3 types. Maybe it means it's going to ask you one of the 3 types. Yeah, you have to answer a question about the player's statistics. It wasn't about the statistics, though. Every time that I've done this, I've played this game, I've gotten a bonus question. I thought that was just like you get a bonus question. But it was what teammate they had in a certain season, which I don't know if that's really a stat. Anyways, sorry for picking apart this game. I still do enjoy it. I enjoy it. And the other thing I was wondering was, is it always going to show their rookie season? Because I can't remember the first game that I played of this, who it was. It was a retired player, but I can't remember who it actually was. The 2 that I've played that I do remember was Jokic, and it showed his rookie season first. And my next one was Bam, and it showed his rookie season first as well. So I'm wondering if it always shows their rookie season first, if that's a part of the game. Because if it does, then that can help me narrow it down. Because with Bam, I was for a while thinking that it might be an older player. And that part of that was also because I totally didn't understand this. Or I didn't totally understand this. The last active season, 2021, 2022. Makes sense. It just means that was last year that they've played, whether or not they still are active or not. So this will be for every active player. This is what I was going to say. Are we good? Are we squared away? Am I squared away? I'm probably the only one who really needs to dissect it like this. But okay, so this player, rookie season, I'm going to start with thinking like that just because it'd be weird if there was 2 in a row that it started with the rookie year, I guess. We'll see. In the year 13-14 in the Eastern Conference, they averaged 6.8 points, 4.4 rebounds, and 2.0 assists probably. 1.9, 2.0, something like that. I had this really long discussion about this last video, so I won't bore you with it again. But 1.95 could be 2.0, could be 1.9. You don't know. 6.8, 4.4, 1.9, 2.0. Okay, so this is another guy that, similar to Bam, like when I first saw Bam's numbers, I was like, those assists are pretty high. Like, it's just like when I compare, this is something I noticed about last video, was when I mentioned Miles Turner as an option. And I was like, no, it can't be Miles Turner because he doesn't rebound that much. The rebound numbers were definitely within the range or even lower than what Miles Turner grabs per game, So I felt the need to point that out, that like, that's not exactly what I meant. Like, what I meant was his points to rebounds ratio. You know what I mean? Like, Miles Turner scores a lot more than he gets rebounds. Like, it's like 13-7 type of ratio, or 13-8, type of thing, instead of what it was, which was like 9-7 or 9-8, something like that. Those aren't very Miles Turner-esque numbers because he scores a lot more than he rebounds, is what I meant by that. But yeah, the assists, there's something here, again, for sure. This is a whole 2 per game, and he averages only 7 points per game. So definitely something there. Bit of a playmaker. Could be a wing, could be a big wing, could be a center that, facilitates a bit. So in 13-14. When was Vucevic's rookie year? No, Vucevic was in the Dwight Howard deal. So that was back like 2011 or 12 when Vucevic was first in the league, a couple years before this. Also, I know I'm going off on a billion tangents, but here's another one. Last season, I made the switch from saying Vucevic to Vucevic because I know that is how you are supposed to pronounce his name, is Vucevic. But there are so many people who say Vucevic that it's just in my brain all the time. So yeah, every time I say Vucevic, just know that I mean Vucevic. I'm trying to say Vucevic. Vucevic. Man. Like, I'm trying to think of somebody who's older, so I thought Marc Gasol for a second, but this was like smack dab in the middle of Marc Gasol's prime. I think he even won Defensive Player of the Year this year. If not that year, then it was the year before, I think. Yeah, so these definitely aren't his numbers. This is probably a rookie. This is LeBron's last year in Miami. That's always a good way to measure the era or take note of what time period of the NBA it is. Last year in Miami. So that would have been Kawhi's third year. It definitely isn't him. This is also in the East. This is just so hard. It's so hard. 6.8, 4.4, 2.0 in the year 13-14 in the East. And he's still in the league. It's a guy who's still playing. I don't know. I'm just going to go with Frank Kaminsky. There's no way it's Frank Kaminsky. And he's not on here. That's the other thing. Why are there so few players? Or not so few. I've noticed there's a lot of players you can't guess. Why is that? The only seasons between 1979 and 2021. Okay. Frank Kaminsky definitely is in that range. And Tristan Thompson, I remember it wouldn't let me guess him last time. Yeah. I'm guessing if it might just eliminate people that's already been, but I don't know how long this game has been going on because it seems like there's a lot of people you can't use. I don't know. I'm just going to go Dwayne Dedmon. Or is it Dwayne Dedmon? It's always like people I want to guess. Why can't I guess Dwayne Dedmon? Well, let me guess DeMontis. That's the way to get. Yeah, no. See, it's been these people. No, it wasn't DeMontis Sabonis. It was Bam. Yeah, you can still guess them. Why? So why are they just not here? This is a weird game. Just going to say it. We need to fix this game up a little bit, guys. Can't guess Robin Lopez either. I'll just guess Brooke Lopez, even though I know this isn't him. Wait, what is that? Oh, so he was teammates with this person. I'm glad I just read the rules because I wouldn't have known what this meant at all if I just saw this. So he's on the Bucks right now. It's probably Bobby Portis, to be honest. Or no, this might be Giannis. Was that Giannis's rookie year? Yeah, that was Giannis's rookie year. I should have been thinking big wings. I mean, Giannis is like a hybrid between a lot of things, but I was just thinking like centers. Should have been thinking big wing. All right. During the season, so last year, what did he average per game? I'm going to say 29.56. Oh, yeah, I got it. All right, and they show the rebrand of the franchise and everything. Yeah, 29.56, 11.4 rebounds, 5.8 assists. Yeah. Giannis, there's two guys, Giannis and Kawhi. Maybe Siakam, you could throw him in there a little bit too, where like just looking at their numbers, it's just beautiful progression looking at their career numbers, now that he's gotten to MVP level, it's kind of remained pretty consistent. But yeah, that's a lot better of a rookie season than I even thought he had, to be honest, because I thought he was still really under the radar his rookie year. Not really, but yeah. Giannis and Kawhi are both kind of anomalies when it comes to player development. Kawhi especially, just completely adding totally new skills to his game that were completely absent before. So yeah, he goes 8 points, 12 points, 13, 17, 21, 26. Then that 1 year in San Antonio where he barely played, only 9 games because he was injured. Yeah, and then 27, 27, 25. Honestly, kind of excited to see Kawhi come back. Same with all my Nuggets. Jamal, MPJ. Excited to get the new ones in there. KCP, Bruce Brown. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Reminder, check out the podcast feed on Spotify, Hoop Theory, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Honestly, it's on Apple Podcasts as well. Stitcher, Google Podcasts. I think Stitcher is actually our number one platform. I know I always say Spotify because that's what I use to listen to the podcast, and the same thing that most of my friends, I think, use to listen to the show. But the majority of our audience are actually people that I don't even know that listen on Stitcher and stuff. So yeah, I almost forgot to mention, I brought up the podcast, but Isaiah Roby is going to be on the next podcast that comes out this next week. So should be out Friday, August 12th, 7 a.m. sharp. Be there. All right, bye.